Hi guys, what's up? Thank you so much for coming back. I'm Arpita and welcome back to the Crazy Wisdom. Alright, so today's topic of discussion is very interesting. Now, as you might have already observed that, with the ongoing world situation and COVID and pandemic all around us, there have been a lot of sectors that have been hit badly. But there is one sector that has been growing and upgrading on, and new people have been joining it and gaining from it on an everyday basis. And that is none other than our own stock market. So, there have been a lot of people who have been continuously in contact with me and talking about how do they grow their own selves and their businesses and their sort of financial situation with the help of shares and with the help of intraday trading and with the help of stock market. So I thought, why not make a full-fledged video on the same, wherein you would get to know the top 4 placements that are very important to be there in your chart. And with their presence, it sort of becomes a first mandatory clearance that, this is the sector that is good for you and you can try for in the same. Now, obviously, the more strength these placements will get with the help of, aspects in planetary positions and everything, the merrier it will be for you and the better stock market will become. But, these are the 4 initial steps that you need to see and that you need to find out in your chart so that, you get a green signal as to, that it is going to reap you with good results. And so with this thought, without wasting another minute, let's dig into it. Put on your thinking caps and your wisdom boots. Let's get on and shoot. Alright, so the first and foremost area that you need to see is strength in the sign of Taurus. Now, Taurus as a sign, comprises of 3 nakshatras within it. That is Rohini, Kritika and Mrigasara. And these 3 nakshatras are known to be the epicenter of finance and stock market and strength in the field of numbers and stock trading and stuff like that. So when you have a very dominant presence in the sign of Taurus in your chart, be it your zodiac sign, be it your ascendant, or be it the ruler of the 5th house of your horoscope, there is a lot of chance that you would get inclined towards and attracted towards stock trading, towards finances, towards things related to gaining through numbers and the likes. In addition to this, if you also have a very strong and dominating presence of number 2, that is the Taurus side in your D10 divisional career chart, then again it is an added benefit and it sort of pushes you more towards the fields of stock trading and finance and things related to numbers. So this is the one thing that you need to check. Now the second most important thing is the sign of Gemini. Now why Gemini? Because Mercury is the ruler here, and Mercury, as we know, is the planet that takes you to level 100 in the field of numbers and finance, because that is the core ruler of this subject, of this field. So when you have a strong Mercury in your chart, you automatically get inclined towards stock market and shares and intraday trading and stuff like that. And therefore, whenever you have a strong mercurial presence in your chart, be it through your zodiac sign, which obviously is not that strong a meter to check it, but again it is an added benefit, or you have a strong D1 presence or a strong D10, which is your career chart presence, then obviously it gives you a lot of edge over others and it gives you a natural inclination towards the finance sector, and you're able to do it very naturally, very easily and very smoothly, because that particular aspect is automatically getting strength. And again, it goes without saying that if you have strong planets around it, if you have strong conjunctions and aspects with it, so it again gives you a lot of added push and it strengthens the entire situation. But yes, a mercurial presence in the form of the sign of Gemini again is a very strong indication that you will do good in the stock market. Now moving over to the third most important point, and that is the sign of Leo. Now why the sign of Leo? Well, if you look at your horoscope, if you go down at the horoscopic level, Leo is the 5th ruler of the 5th house of the horoscope, which is the house, which is the original house, and the place from which the entire structure of finance and stocks and shares and things related to this originate. So when we have to check a horoscope and look at the strength of a person, whether they would get into a stock market as their main source of income, we always check the 5th house and its strength. So it naturally becomes a very important house whenever we are talking about stocks and numbers, and we have to check whether the entire scenario is fitting positively around the 5th house. So Leo is another strong sign presence that you need to see and observe in your chart before moving ahead in the same, because if it is strong, then you have stronger chances, and the better the placement is, the merrier it will be with you. Moving over to the 4th and final sign, well, that is the sign of Virgo. Well, Virgo, if you look at your horoscope, is the natural ruler of the 6th house of the horoscope for a person and their strength in the field of law or finance or anything related to, numbers and calculations and, data analytics and stuff. We always check the 5th house because that is the most important house one needs to have in strength and in capacity if they need to go ahead in fields related to the same. So you need to see a very strong Virgo presence in your chart, and Virgo, especially if it is present in a lot of positive strength in your D10, the specific divisional career chart, and even if you do not have the rest of the placements, then also it gives you a very strong push to move ahead in the stock market. So the fourth thing is the most important thing here, that Virgo, irrespective of whether you have the rest of the placement supporting you or not, Virgo as a placement, as a single standalone placement, would give you a stronger and more promising push than the rest of the signs put together. So this is another very strong placement that you need to see, and the better the strength it is getting, the better it will be for your results. And again, the other very important thing about Virgo is that it is ruled by planet Mercury, which is obviously, as I told you before, the sort of birth mother of the field of finance and the field of stock trading and intraday trading. So that is one prerequisite that you need to have. So all in all, these four things, the sign of Taurus, the sign of Leo, the sign of Gemini, and the sign of Virgo, and especially the presence of a very strong and positive Mercury, the planet Mercury in your horoscope, together would give you a very strong push towards this field and towards doing very good in this field. So these are the 4 or 5 initial placements that you need to check, and you need to be sure of that they are strong and positive before stepping foot in the stock market. Alright guys, so with this I put a wrap on this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to leave your comments in the section below telling me all about it and telling me about all the placements that you could find in your chart and about the placements that you're confused about, and whichever and whatever doubt and query you have, feel free to ask me. In addition to this, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I come up with a new video. With this, I'll be meeting you again too soon, but don't forget to be crazy and wise until we meet for the next time. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.